A classic paranormal horror story, Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin is a great read for spooky season. Young couple Guy and Rosemary Woodhouse acquire a new apartment in a sought-after building called the Bramford. And after having dinner with Rosemary's good friend Hutch, he tells them of the less than desirable history of the building that includes all kinds of spooky goings-on. With all of these horrible incidents in mind, Rosemary does her best to put her best foot forward and make her new apartment a home. And shortly into their tenantship at this new apartment, another horrible incident occurs, and this is when the Woodhouses meet their elusive neighbors, the Castevets. The Castevets are an elusive elderly couple who Rosemary and Guy have heard through the walls but have never actually seen. And this same night, Rosemary begins having nightmares. She hears all kinds of weird things coming through the walls in these nightmares mixed in with memories of her childhood. Rosemary really is like any other young bride of this time, looking to start a family and make her house a home. But Rosemary's goals of starting a family are in great conflict with Guy's aspiring acting career. And this suddenly seems to change when Guy starts hanging out with the Castevets next door. After hanging out with Roman Castevet next door a few times, Guy changes his mind and is now on board for the baby-making process. However, come baby-making night, Minnie Castevet next door brings over chocolate mousse, and this is a laced dessert that causes Rosemary to kind of pass out a little bit, but not fully. So she isn't fully unconscious when, despite her being unconscious, Guy decides to proceed with baby-making activities with her. But throughout this process, Rosemary is seeing things that shouldn't be there and feeling things that aren't normal. A month or so later with Joy, Rosemary learns that she is pregnant, and the rest of the book follows Rosemary's pregnancy and the eventual birth of her child. And the weird gets going from there. The Castevets have an unusual obsession with this family, are very invested in the well-being of Rosemary's baby, and stick their nose way far where it don't belong. I rated Rosemary's Baby 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. It was a slow burn suspense horror and wasn't really too scary. I thought the ending in particular was excellent. Something that I thought was so brilliant about Rosemary's Baby was the stark contrast of the average everyday housewife life that Rosemary wanted so badly and the circumstances that she finds herself in. Rosemary's life is boring and mundane. But what is happening to Rosemary is anything but. These extraordinary circumstances turn her life inside out. And I think this idea is so well executed throughout this book. Throughout the book, you question whether Rosemary is really onto something or if she has a case of the crazies. And Rosemary herself is even questioning what is happening to her and if she's making this all up, is she paranoid? I would absolutely recommend this horror classic if you haven't read it already. It isn't overly scary, more suspenseful. It's the baby making scene that really got to me, but throughout the book, it's mostly just suspense building. So if you're looking for something a little bit devilish for your spooky season TBR, I would definitely recommend checking out Rosemary's Baby. Like, subscribe, and follow for more book reviews.